Hi, Paul Coker here from 1Bloodydrop.com, and today I'm here with Hugo Thompson from Team Oarsrruck. Hugo has type 1 diabetes and is about to undertake an incredible challenge on this remarkable boat. So Hugo, when were you diagnosed with type 1?
I was diagnosed nearly 2 years to the day, so October 2015 it was. It's been an interesting couple of years since being diagnosed, and in December the 12th this year, I will take part in a rowing race from the Canary Islands, just off the coast of Africa, all the way across the Atlantic Ocean, 3,000 miles to Antigua in the Caribbean.
And how many of you are going to be on board this vessel?
Myself and 3 others, so it's a team of 4 on our little boat.
So tell us a little bit about the challenge and the boat, because I was lucky enough to get a quick tour of the boat a few moments ago, yeah. And it's a remarkable vessel. Yeah,
so the boat is 29 foot long, which is quite a long boat. It's only say 5 foot wide, however. It's fully made out of carbon fibre, so it's for its size and weight. It's a very light boat, very agile is the best way to say it. And it's supposed to take us 3,000 miles across the ocean. It's taken about 50 days. I think it'll take us. Is what we're going for, at least.
And that obviously there's 4 of you. You're not all rowing at once. So
the way it works, yeah, the way it works is we'll be rowing in 2-hour shift patterns. So you'll break down your day into 12 different sections. So you'll row for 2 hours, and then you'll sleep for 2 hours, row for 2 hours, and sleep for 2 hours, and obviously eating and cleaning yourself in the off shifts as well. So it's in pairs, of course. So 2 rowing, 2 sleeping, 2 rowing, 2 sleeping, 24 hours a day, over and over again until you reach the other side.
That's an incredible challenge for anybody, but how do you think you're going to manage your diabetes during that?
I've had help from a lot of different people. My take on diabetes is as long as you've got the advice and you take on what people are telling you to do, as long as you've got a plan there in place for every eventuality, so it's sort of a risk assessment, you can kind of control it. What I'm going to do, or what I've been doing on my training rows, is treating it like any other situation. It would be very easy in this situation to overthink and to think too much into what should I do at this stage, what should I do in that stage. It's just been about planning and seeing what my blood sugar does after 2 hours on the oars, and when I do sleep for the 2 hours, where do I go during that period? What do my blood sugars do then, and where should I set myself up before I start rowing again? Okay,
so you've done some training already.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you've done a lot of training, but I think you did an extended period on the boat where the 4 of you were rowing together.
Yeah.
So what happened when you did? Was it 4 days on the boat?
4 days it was. Yeah. So in regards to my blood sugar, we were trying out new foods at that stage. I found, obviously, not only being diabetic for 2 years, my knowledge of everything is lesser than some. But I found that whilst I'm rowing, because obviously the anaerobic exercise is keeping my blood sugar down fairly regular, if I reduce my Nova Rapid, my fast-acting insulin, by 30% at meal times, I'll spike slightly, go up to 8 or 9, and then drop back down by the time I wake up from my sleep, and I'll start then about 6, 7, and then drop down to a 5. The good thing about rowing and the way we're actually doing it is because it's all routine based, you can kind of judge your life by a 4-hour period. So you'll have the sleep pattern, you'll have the the whole thing keeps going round and round and round. So instead of having to wait a day to learn someone else, you learn someone every 2 hours. So it's just about monitoring it. But genuinely, my blood sugars whilst I'm rowing are a lot easier to control than they are when I'm static. I think it's the unknown in the middle. So we've done 4 days. What happens after 4 days is the unknown. But it's just approaching it with the right headspace, if you know what I mean. Making sure you're proactive as opposed to reactive with absolutely everything that happens. So you notice things as soon as they happen, and you can prevent them happening again. And
when you're on the boat, how will you be managing your blood glucose levels? How will you be monitoring them?
I use a Freestyle Libre, which I've been using that probably 8-9 months now, and a godsend. It really genuinely has helped me out more than I could ever imagine.
And do you have a number of receivers for that, just in case one gets...
4.
4 receivers.
Yeah, I have 4. 3 spares just in case they get wet.
Thank you, Hugo. In the next video we're going to talk a little bit more about Team Oarsrruck and about the amazing fundraising that you're doing. So catch us on the next video.